Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hi, and welcome to the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 293. I want to focus in on the fact that we are virtual service providers, and by the pure nature of what we do, things evolve. Things change. One thing is for sure is that your virtual assistant business will have a lifespan based on what you want it to be. So it could be for a very long time or a short time or a time for now, but it depends on you. The key is being able to be flexible and understand that things evolve and change. For example, when did I start? 2008, clients wanted help with their teleseminars. And they were using a tool called Instant Teleseminar, which I think is still out there and still available. But there's no video involved. It's only audio. You would call the number and you would be on the phone listening to the teleseminar. Listen to the teleseminar. I have done courses where it was all teleseminar. You dial the number. And granted, I'm doing this because that's the old school holding the phone. This is where I'm holding up my pinky and my thumb for the phone. This is old school. Now it's like phone in hand or phone down with the speaker. But that's what the thing was back in 2008. Around maybe 2010, video came on the scene. And I forget what that camera was called. Flip cam? Might have been flip cam. And we were uploading videos. Ooh, if I could find the original video, that would be fun. If I can find my original video with a flip cam, I'll share it over on the Facebook page, Tiffany Parson. On the Facebook page, the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant Facebook page. I'll put it up there. That would be fun. Anyway, flip cam. So things evolved to video, right? So that meant that clients were now looking to incorporate video. With that became webinars. Zoom was not the first software tool that people jumped on. It was, I remember WebEx. I won't hold up time trying to guess all of it, but WebEx was probably one of the first ones, and I did not like WebEx because you had to download the software onto your computer and then get it to go. It was just too clunky. And then Zoom eventually came on the scene and made things easier. But clients transitioned from doing their programs and courses using the phone line to being in front of the camera. Our perspective in being a service provider was no longer were we just providing dial-in and password information. Now we're helping and making sure that we can see the client, their video is clear, background is clear, that if they're using any PowerPoint slides, that we can see those, if they plan to share any videos. It also means that we need to do some type of run through to make sure all the technology is working exactly how the client expects it to work. And the client may not even realize they need to do a run through. Whose job is it to ask the client about a run through? Some may say, well, if they didn't ask for one, I'm not going to tell them. Others may say, I'm going to suggest it and see what they say. I recommend suggesting it and see what they say. I mean, you're not the one presenting, they are, and your job is to help and support them in the way that they need you to help and support them. And going through this run through will help ease some of the nerves, especially if this is their first one. And you can let them know how this is going to help, so they know to eliminate the glitches during the actual training. You know, the worst thing on a webinar is for your nerves to be going if you're the presenter and then technology is not working and you not know what to do. So that's where we come in, but that's where the, evolving comes in at. Your name, the name of your virtual assistant business, it's important, but it's not, because that could change. You could start out as, whatever your initials are, services. Mine would be, say, TP services. And then down the road, decide on a name that works. In the 6-week cohort, it is the Path to Success for Virtual Assistants. It's a 6-week cohort program. And we started in the middle of March. And if this is something you'd be interested in knowing more information about, be sure to get on the email list so you can learn when the summer one is going to come out. I believe the date is sometime at the end of June or July. I'll have to look at my notes. But if you'd like to know about the second iteration of the cohort, be sure to go ahead and text 33777 to get on the email list. VA Start is what you want to text, VA Start. Your name can change. Your name is only important to you. You know what's important to your client? The service that you provide, how you are to work with, communication. Are you resourceful, dependable, reliable, excellent at what you do? So your name can change. Nothing's permanent. It's not set in stone. It will last as long as you want it to last. The services that you provide. You can start off offering transcription today, switch it up, and do bookkeeping down the road when you realize, okay, I'm burnt out on transcriptions. I'm going to do something else. That's the beauty of owning your own thing. You get to decide. I love that. You get to decide. Your colors, don't be so caught up on my logo and my colors. And your client may not even know you have a website, depending on where you meet them. They're focused on what you can do and what you can provide for them. And will you ease some of the stresses that they're having in their business? So I want to challenge you not to get caught up in what you call yourself, what you name your business, what your colors look like, what your logo is, the services you know how to do right now versus the services you want to provide right now. One of the things that I'm really honed in on as a result of this cohort is removing obstacles that we put up that don't matter. Removing obstacles we put up that don't matter. We get caught up in our name. Oh, I want a Facebook page for my virtual assistant business. I don't know what to call it. We get caught up in a name. I don't want to use my name because my coworkers might be looking for me on Facebook and they might find out I have this side hustle. That's where I came up with just put your initials, add services to the end. You can change your Facebook business page name. You can change it. Your pricing. Not sure about pricing. There's no right or wrong answer. There's a right now, and then there's making adjustments down the road as you get more experience in doing that thing. And even if it's been, like I said, it started in 2008, it's 2025 now, however long that's been, quick calculation, 17 years. If I'm adding on a new service, guess what? I'm starting at square one in my pricing. If I'm adding on something I have personally not done before and I need to get training on, I'm starting from square one. Yes, my 17 years of experience brings with it the experience in working with clients virtually and communicating and talking and this and that, but not in regards to the actual service itself. It's always evolving, always growing. that is the life cycle of our business. It's the beauty of our business. Things grow, things change. If we are not growing and changing outside of business, what's the opposite of growing, changing? We're on the decline. We're on the decline. Nobody stays at a plateau. That plateau is eventually going to either decline or go up. So in business, you want to be constantly changing, evolving. So what are you doing this month to grow yourself, grow your business, do more than what you were doing before? I want to hear about it. Share in the comments below if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're listening and you're taking me on your drive, where are we going today? I'd like to hear about that as well. Find me over on Facebook, The Business of Being a Virtual Assistant, or you can just use our link, facebook.com/TBBVA. Thanks so much for watching and listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.